Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. And today's story it's one of those moments that completely flips everything you thought you knew. Because what Ashley just uncovered is not just a secret, it's a betrayal that cuts deep. So here's what went down, and trust me, it's intense. Ashley, who has always relied on her instincts, starts noticing that something feels off about Grayson. At first, it's small things, his tone, the way he dodges certain questions, but then it becomes impossible to ignore. And then there is Leah, this mysterious woman who suddenly seems way too connected to everything. Ashley can't shake the feeling that something big is being hidden from her, and that feeling leads her to a discovery she was never meant to make a sealed file with Grayson's name on it. When she opens it, she finds birth records that reveal a shocking truth: Leah is Grayson's mother. Yeah, let that sink in. Ashley confronts Grayson, demanding answers, and instead of denying it, he just accepts it. No excuses, no lies, just silence and guilt. And right when things couldn't get more intense, Leah herself walks in, confirming everything and revealing that the truth was hidden to protect Grayson from dangerous people. But by then, the damage is already done. Ashley feels betrayed, hurt, and completely lost, and she walks away, leaving Grayson and Leah to face the consequences of a truth that changes everything. Ashley had always been the kind of person who trusted her gut. You know those people who just feel when something's wrong? That was her, and it wasn't just intuition. It was almost like a sixth sense, that quiet voice in her head that really steered her wrong. So when things started to feel off with Grayson, she noticed immediately. At first, it wasn't anything dramatic, just small changes: the way he hesitated before answering simple questions, the way his tone shifted when certain topics came up, and those moments when he would just shut down completely, like he was guarding something too heavy to say out loud. And Ashley, she tried to ignore it, she really did. Because when you care about someone, the last thing you want to believe is that they're hiding something from you. But then came Leah. Now, Leah was always a bit of a mystery, the kind of person who walks into a room and instantly changes the energy without even trying. Calm, composed to almost unreadable, but lately she would become impossible to ignore. Ashley started noticing the way Leah moved through Crest, like she belonged, like she had history there, and more importantly, the way she looked at Grayson, not obvious, not something anyone else would catch, but Ashley did. It was subtle, but it was there. And once Ashley saw it, she couldn't unsee it. So when she stumbled upon that file, it didn't feel like coincidence. It felt like fate. She wasn't even supposed to be looking for anything unusual, just routine work at the office, going through old documents tied to one of Grayson's past cases. Nothing special, nothing suspicious, until she found that envelope, sealed, tucked away, and clearly not meant for her. The moment she saw Grayson's name on it, everything inside her paused, because that was the moment she had a choice: walk away or open it. And let's be honest, curiosity like that, it doesn't just go away. So she opened it, and the second her eyes hit those papers, everything changed. You know that feeling when you read something so shocking that your brain just refuses to process it? That was actually in that moment. She read it once, then again and again, hoping, literally hoping, that she misunderstood. But she didn't. Birth records, names, dates, and then that one line: Mother, Leah? I mean, can you even imagine what that must have felt like? The way her entire body probably went cold, the way the room must have felt like it was closing in on her, because this wasn't just a secret, this was a whole hidden life. And the worst part, Grayson knew. Ashley didn't hesitate after that. She didn't sit and think, didn't try to rationalize it. No, she went straight to him, because at that point there was only one thing that mattered: the truth. She found him at the stage and standing by the window like nothing in the world had changed. And for a second she just watched him, probably wondering how she missed it, how she didn't see something this big. But the moment she said his name, everything shifted. Grayson turned, and for a brief second there was warmth in his expression, relief even, but then he saw the file, and just like that, it was gone. That tension, you could feel it instantly. When he asked where she got it, you could tell he already knew what was coming. And Ashley didn't hold back. She put it right in front of him, demanded answers, forced the truth into the open. And what did he do? Nothing. No denial, no defense, just silence. The kind of silence it says everything. And Ashley knew right then and there, she knew it was real. The heartbreak in that moment must have been overwhelming because it wasn't just about the secret. It was about the time, all those moments they shared, all those conversations, and he knew this the entire time. When she asked him, "You knew?" That wasn't just a question, that was pain. That was disbelief. And his response, "I was going to tell you." Come on. We have all heard that before, right? And it never lands the way the person saying it hopes it will. Because Ashley wasn't buying it. Not even a little bit. She wanted specifics, she wanted honesty. She wanted something real, but he had nothing, and that hurt more than anything else. Then comes the part that just takes everything to another level. The door opens, and Leah walks in, like the timing, almost unreal, and the way she carried herself composed, completely unfazed, it just added fuel to the fire. Because Ashley was standing there, shaken, emotional, trying to process everything, and Leah, she was steady, unshaken. When she said, "So, you found out?" It was almost chilling. No panic, no regret, just acceptance. And that's what made Ashley snap even more. Because how do you stay that calm after hiding something like this for years? Ashley demanded answers, and Leah didn't deny anything. Not even for a second, she owned it. She said she did what she had to do, but Ashley wasn't having it. To her, this wasn't about necessity, it was about choice, about convenience, about deception, and then Leah dropped that explanation that she hid the truth to protect Grayson. Now, here's where it gets complicated. Because part of you wants to question it, right? Like, is this just another manipulation, another excuse? But the way she said it, the hesitation, the weight behind her words, it felt real. She talked about powerful people, dangerous people, the kind who would have used Grayson against her. And suddenly, this isn't just a secret anymore. It's a survival story. But even then, even with that explanation, can you really justify it? Ashley couldn't. Because at the end of the day, the damage was already done. Grayson tried to explain that he wanted to protect her. It just didn't land because protection without honesty, it feels like control, and Ashley made that clear. That line, "You don't get to decide what I can handle," that hit hard because she's right, and by the time she said, she didn't even know who he was anymore. You could feel the finally in it. That wasn't just anger, that was heartbreak. And when she walked out, that wasn't just an exit, that was a line being drawn. This moment changes everything, not just for Ashley and Grayson, but for the entire dynamic of Fairmont Crest. Because secrets like this don't just disappear once they are exposed. They ripple outward, affecting everyone connected. The biggest impact here is trust. Once that's broken, especially at this level, it's incredible to hard to believe rebuild. Ashley isn't just dealing with the fact that Grayson lied. She is dealing with the realization that their entire relationship may have been built on incomplete truth. And then there's Leah. Her revelation adds layers of complexity. On one hand, her reasoning makes sense, protecting her son from dangerous enemies. But on the other hand, the emotional cost of that decision is massive. Grayson is now stuck in the middle, torn between the women who raised him in secrecy and the women he loves who now feels completely betrayed. And let's not ignore the bigger danger hinted at here. If Leah was telling the truth about powerful enemies, then this secret being exposed could trigger consequences far beyond emotional fallout. This isn't over, not even close. Honestly, this is one of those situations where nobody really wins. I get why Ashley is furious. I mean, imagine finding out something like that not from the person you trust, but from a random file. That alone would shatter anyone. But at the same time, I can't completely hate Leah for what she did. If her story is true, she made an impossible choice as a mother. Protect your child at all costs, even if it means losing them emotionally. And Grayson, he messed up big time not because of secret itself, but because he waited too long. There is never a perfect time to tell the truth, and by waiting, he made it worse. This whole situation is messy, emotional, and painfully real. So now the question is, what happens next? Can Ashley ever forgive Grayson after something like this? Will Grayson choose to fight for her or retreat into the past he's been hiding? And is Leah truly telling the whole truth, or is there still more waiting to come out? Because if there's one thing we know about Feminquest, it's that secrets never stay buried forever. And this one is only just beginning to explode. If you felt the tension in this story, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments. What would you do if you were Ashley?